3 other people, 3 other parties.
Well, that was a lot of walk-in at their own location too, right?
That's a lot of walk-in.
Yeah, because of where
And
we
when
were.
we had the store, when I first opened in 2014, I was so busy with the wire, I should have had my $1 million short house, that I couldn't do out front. My shop was never decorated out front. I never had flowers out front. I didn't have at the time. We were there from 6 in the morning till 9 at night, every day. And I made a third of what I made before because of that wire. It's awful. But now it's Easter, and you're gonna go in there and you're gonna buy these plants 3 for 10 or 3 for 15 or 12 or whatever it is, and they're gonna be the same plant that we get. The difference is I can't order 10,000 of them, you know. So, and now don't forget, there's a problem because of Florida and the weather and all. They were storing things. There is, watch your plants. When you're going to buy a hyacinth in the supermarket, pull the soil back a little bit. There's a little bugs in there. You want to get it. Make sure they're buying from a greenhouse, a local greenhouse too, because the ones that are shipped all over the place.
The ones
having
that
problems.
come from, like, you know, the Firehouse does as fundraiser, the Boy Scouts and all that, they're typically local, aren't they?
Yes, and Easter, I will go to, say, Hopo's or wherever, and I'll buy a couple $100 worth of
Okay.
Easter flowers. That's my donation, and then I'll eat them because everybody else is buying them from Hopo's, and you know, but that's my donation.
Yeah.
So it doesn't pay us to get them. Poinsettia is the same thing. You know, it's very hard. It's not an easy quick profit, you know. But if you get creative, you can be. Now, you're not going to see a 3-pot hyacinth in my store because I hate that look. It's been that way since I've been like this little, and you have to get a little creative and do something different. So that's where I come into play.
And I will say, we had another florist in our group. Many of you know who it was. The creativity that Charles puts in his flowers is 200% better. And they last so much longer. So it just shows you florist to florist isn't always the same
I'm
either.
old school.
I know.
I get the stuff, I prep everything as it comes in. The minute it comes out of the box, I'm hands-on, I prep them. I don't put them in, just cut them and put them in water and give you a packet of food. And I'm old school with, if there's a hole in it, you gotta fill it with something. You know, most of the time, unless you say, I don't like a lot of flowers, I want greens, it's gonna be filled.
With
You know,
greens.
those little mugs of yours, they're getting bigger
God.
and bigger and bigger, but I'm starting to enjoy, I got them down now, you know. But, yeah, it's about your name too,
Yeah.
you know, and what you want to represent yourself as. That's pretty much what it is. But other than that,
And once again, that's another easy tip for a lot of people in this group if you want to do it. Every installation I do, every one, except for corporate stuff, Charles gets a tip. I have mugs made by my wife. They say service first, heating and cooling. Charles makes an arrangement, puts the arrangement in there. He puts his business card on there, our chapter roster, and a questionnaire about how, for us, for the customer to respond back to us.
That I also made.
That was made by Cynthia. So, I mean, I don't know, there's exterminator, if there's room in there, when you're doing a $3,000-4,000 termite job, above them, you get a customer. I can't tell you how many customers I get. I get the neighbor, I get the one across the street. The flowers you sent were so beautiful, you know.